And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bell. It is Thursday, April 25th, 2024. It is 60 seconds after the bell, which means it's time to go beyond the news. Beyond the charts and beyond the bell, brought to you by our good friends over at the Blue Sky Trading Company for the clearest path to a live brokerage account. Live trading every day with Mike in the Discord and this wonderful, outstanding, phenomenal show. You have no reason to get your accounts, your education, your live trading, or your post-market wrap show hosted by a semi-sarcastic individual. Check us out at bluesky.pro. So, hey, how's it going? Man, listen, right? Look at the Raffle for what? Right out of the gate, man. I get not even a hi, hello. There is a hello there, Shrills. I apologize. So, yes, hello. Hello, Shrills, Lewis, Drawdown, Mike, John, Ashad, everybody. How are you doing? Everybody, when you come in here, say hello. Don't sit here and be quiet. This is an interactive show, and especially on Giveaway Thursdays, which I'm going to tell you about momentarily. Everybody should be sociable. Yes, show me the bell. Come on in, guys. Listen, one of two things should have happened today to you as a trader. One, you made money. And or two, you learned something today. If you did one of those two things, that's a positive day, right? Now, sure, maybe you blew out an eval in the process. Maybe you lost some real money, or you took a bad drawdown on something. As long as you understood what you did wrong, or you're making progress to understand what you did wrong, then guys, it's still a positive day. Progress is not linear in this business, especially when it comes to overall profit. There's days, thankfully I don't have a ton of red days anymore, but I still have them, right? And so even though my profit curve does take an occasional dip, I always try to learn something from days where I don't execute very well. And it happens, right? I'm going to be in this. I've been in this business 10 years. I'm hopefully going to be in it, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise for another 30 or so. I'm going to make some mistakes, right? You never eliminate dumb mistakes. You just reduce the amount of them and reduce how much they affect your day-to-day bottom line. So, guys, I will answer the giveaway question now. What are we giving away today, guys? So, we are giving away one Blue Sky teddy bear. That's the reason you were all here. You want the teddy bear. We may spin for that last. We'll see. We are giving away two Blue Sky ball caps. And then we are giving away not one, not two, but three evals any size, the eval of your choice. Of course, I know what you're most likely going to pick. Okay, and that's okay as well. So we are doing 6 spins of the wheel, and I cannot wait to again get you to that point. We're going to put the giveaway link out very shortly, but in the meantime, guys, another day of trading in the books. It is time to go to the big picture. Boy, so I know this looks like the open here, guys, but that's basically that's when we got some economic data this morning. Especially the markets moved yesterday on this show. Pretty consistently down, and it looks like wow. So Microsoft must have just blown away earnings, huh? So, it's really nice, guys, when I spend, sometimes 20, 30 minutes doing prep for this show. Like, if the markets give me a lot to talk about, sometimes I don't need to do a ton of it. Google, is Microsoft today as well? I think, but I knew Google was. It's always nice when I spend 20 minutes prepping for this show, only to have all of that prep might as well flush down the toilet 2 minutes after we go on the air, right? So it's so everything that I was just here. I had a couple of things written down on this. I can throw that out because all of the stuff I was going to talk about when it comes to the big picture is done. So let's go ahead and, let's watch this together. First, I want to watch this on the 5-minute. That's the 4-hour. We're going to shrink this up, but this is still obviously a very, very impressive candle. This is basically a, 570 up to, Jesus, this is a 200-point candle here. Good Lord. Well, let's just sit back and watch the fun for a few minutes, guys. Had a bad trading day today. Ashad blew my 100K Blue Sky account. Okay, let me just give you one piece of advice on this. There's too many people that I think they blow out an account and they immediately go reset or immediately go get another one. I applaud the resiliency of wanting to get right back on the horse, but make sure you take, and I'm not even saying don't trade tomorrow or don't reset tomorrow, but make sure you take the rest of the day today and think, again, not to sound like a disciplining parent, but think about what you did wrong, right? Maybe make a list. Here's 3 things I need to do differently on my next eval. Obviously, without knowing any more about you and your trading style and what you did and seeing your trades in a trading journal, I can't really give any more insight than that. But at least try to be a little introspective and try to see what you need to do better before you reload. Google, Microsoft, Intel, Roku. Wow, Snap as well. How does Snap make money? I've literally in my entire life spent 10 minutes on Snap. When I was trading stocks and it first kind of popped up there, I downloaded it and I was just like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. And I have a short attention span and I was zoned. I was done, right? It was gone. Okay, Ashad, yeah, great. Best of luck to you. When you pass your eval, come back. Anyone passed an eval this week can give me a yes or hey, I passed or something, because we always want to celebrate those types of things. All right, so really strong movement up here on the earnings. Wow. Okay, so let's re-examine the 4-hour chart here, guys. We're going to start with the NQ because this is mostly tech-based. All right, so we're back above this zone here. It will be very interesting if we retreat. 17,800 is a pretty big area, right? Like you go back, this is an area that's seen a lot of price action. Guys, honestly, I could sit here for 20, 30 minutes and analyze this. It doesn't matter where it is now. It matters where it's going to open tomorrow. We saw a very strong push down, guys, yesterday in the after hours, right? With earnings yesterday, we pushed down, and now we're right back up. So, yeah, the first market open was a doozy. But let's go back to the 5-minute chart because I do want to make the point I was making before Microsoft had to come screw me up. Come on, Gates, get your stuff together, man. I know he's not there anymore. But, again, guys, another very tradable day. I feel like I shouldn't talk about it. Like I should whisper, right? Like I should get them really close to the whisper and say, hey guys, we've had 4 days in the market this week. All 4 have been really good tradable days. Now, what do I mean by tradable for those of you that have not been here this week? Again, not a lot of choppiness, good movement, nice 30, 40-point moves in the NQ or 12 to 15-point moves in the ES, good and reliable candlestick patterns, good movement and respect of VWAP and the standard deviation bands. Honestly, any kind of momentum trader should have made a lot of money this week. Now, again, if you're inexperienced and you're struggling a little bit, that's okay. Just know that someday you're going to be an experienced, profitable trader if you stick with it. And there's going to be a week like this that's just going to, it's pretty much made my trading month. It's been a very, very profitable week. And with less trades than usual, usually 1 to 2 per day, and it's setting up very, very, very well. Okay. So we're going to retreat a little bit here. All right, so if our good friend Raj, back in the home offices in Evansville, Indiana, if you could post the link up to the giveaway, we are going to start taking entries. You guys are going to have about 10 minutes to enter the giveaway, and then we will go from there. Been sick taking cold meds. Been hard to get a good read on the market. Actually down for the week. Okay, well, David, this is a good, because actually I talked in my community. I do a strategy meeting with my community in the lunchtime every day, and I talked about this yesterday. Not last night, but the night before. I didn't sleep very well. It's just nothing in particular that caused it. It's just every now and then you have a night you just don't sleep very well. So I was not at my best yesterday, but I knew that sitting down. So I just basically told myself, okay, Matt, you're a little tired. You're not so tired that you can't trade, but you need to be careful, and you need to only take really high quality A+ setups. Only took 3 trades, which is on the low end for me normally. Although this week, like I said, it's been light as far as the number of trades, just really high quality trades. First trade of the day was a loser, but I looked at it and I said, okay, was this a valid pattern? It was. It's a trade I'll take 10 times out of 10. If it had happened 10 minutes later, I would have taken the trade again. Next 2 trades were really nice winners. I think I talked about this briefly on yesterday's show. But yeah, it was, again, I was tired. And it's okay to acknowledge that. So if you're not feeling great for whatever reason, maybe it's physical, maybe it's mental, psychological, maybe you got a really stressful something going on outside of your trading in your personal life, acknowledge that and make sure you say, it's okay to say, I am not in the right mindset to trade. Like I said yesterday, 5 to 6 times a year, maybe 20, 30 times I sit down and I have to do an honest assessment. Am I ready to trade today? Can I make rational decisions based on, no emotion whatsoever? Most of the time I realize that I can, and I keep going. 5, 6 times a year though, guys, I'll sit down and I'm not there today. I'm not where I need to be to make intelligent, non-emotional decisions in my trading, and I log out of my platforms. I put my mouse down. I walk away. I go run some errands, or I go cut the grass, take a dog for a walk, take a nap, whatever the case may be. Right. So 100% went to paper. Even then, was still screwing up. And well, yeah, it's a good thing you went to paper then, guys. Boy, yeah, this is, again, everything I had prepped just got blown out of the water today. Boy, we haven't reacted this violently to earnings in quite some time. Now, this is kind of standard in some ways, guys. Maybe not to this level, right? But in my previous career as a stock trader and as a large cap options trader, earnings were very important. I usually tried to not carry open options positions in the earnings because you can't trade options after hours. So those that maybe took puts, like NQ puts, leading into tomorrow, or QQQ puts, or puts on any of the Microsoft or Google or any of that, is they're sick right now because they can't get out of. There's nothing they can do until the market's open tomorrow. Now, entirely possible, and I've seen it many times where a stock maybe gaps up 5% the next day and gives all of it back in the first 2 or 3 hours. I don't, maybe not the most likely thing in the world, but not rare, not completely uncommon, right? So. Yeah, it's Google. Oh, they announced a dividend as well. Okay. All right, guys. So 2 quick things. First of all, the giveaway link is posted at the top. Okay. Before we get moving into anything else, I do want to tell you guys tonight at 7:00 Eastern. Yeah, there we go. I'm doing a free webinar from the top down, so I'm actually going to expand on some of the stuff we talk about in the show. Where we're gonna start at the 4-hour and how that informs my decision making, my moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day decision making. It's completely free. You just have to join the free community on my website. I'm gonna put the link right there in the chat so you can see Teresias Trading. There's the link. Again, no cost. You don't have to give payment information or anything like that. That's at 7:00 Eastern tonight. It will go no more than an hour because I know a lot of you are trying to get to the NFL draft. I am too. So we will be done before the first pick is turned in. You have my word on that. Okay, so guys, I have a challenge for you guys. Since what I was going to talk about and what I was going to predict for the markets tomorrow basically just got blown out of the water, I want us to go to our mailbag. And the mailbag, as we do on every Thursday, guys, is you. So here's my challenge to you. I want questions. I want good, solid trading questions. Until I get a few trading questions, and I would say I have all night, but I don't. But until I get a few really good, well-thought-out trading questions, we're not going to do the giveaways, right? Now, I'm going to hold the giveaways hostage in exchange for some good questions, right? And listen, guys, and Shrill's obviously your question just got answered there. I help out here at Blue Sky. I do some work for them. I am not a Blue Sky employee, so I can't answer a lot of questions like on accounts. And obviously, if you have like a billing question or something like that, go to the website, click on the support icon in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Great support team here at Blue Sky, and they'll get you sorted out. But if it's like a question, hey, on this account, do you just put it in the Q&A section of the Discord, guys, and somebody will get back to you. Unless it's a very obvious answer, I don't want to answer it, because if I answer it incorrectly and you say, well, Matt said that, okay, well, Matt's not an employee, so yeah, just a contractor and a good friend. That's what I aim to be. But yeah. So anyway, guys, it is time for some questions. Also, I'm going to put this on the screen now because I forgot last time. If you ever have any questions you want to see answered on the show in advance, feel free to reach out to me. At Trader Matt is my Discord username. You can also email me, and this is my personal email, matt@TiresiasTrading.com. That's TIRESIAS trading.com. Okay. What is the most, midpoint coming out of the gate Firing. I love it. A Mark Douglas question. What is the most important lesson you've learned from Mark Douglas? So first of all, I don't even know if I could really make a top 10. Any of his stuff is just, it's so incredible. It's literally been life-changing. I don't use that term lightly because it's helped me trade well, and trading well has been life-changing for me. So I have one of my only trading regrets is that Mr. Douglas passed a few years ago. I'll never have the opportunity to shake his hand and tell him how big of a difference he's made to me. But the Disciplined Trader, Trading into the Zone, any of his stuff on YouTube, check it out. Just Google Mark Douglas Trading Psychology. There's probably a ton of stuff out there. No disrespect to like Brent Steenbarger and Jared Tendler and all those guys are all great. They have some fantastic insights in the market. But Mark Douglas is the OG as far as I'm concerned, and just comes with some incredible stuff. But to answer the question, the biggest thing that I've learned from him is when you have your setups, okay, setups that you know have a statistical edge because you've traded them enough and you're confident in them. It's not enough to just know that, but when you see a setup, you have to act without hesitation. Okay, hey, I got a setup here. This is one of my setups. It's a valid setup, but I should no. If it's a valid setup and your conditions for the trade are being met, you take the trade. End of story. Okay, so that's a tough one for especially for people that maybe got a little too eager into trading, had some struggles, and then came back and said, maybe I'm trading too much, and then they hesitate. Acting on your valid, statistically proven to have an edge systems without hesitation. That's the most important thing I learned from Mark Douglas. What percentage should I aim for weekly? Eric, it's tough for me to answer that question because I don't specifically know again, what you're kind of referring to as far as like within your account. If you're talking about it like an eval account, that's different than a live money account, different from a Blue Sky, Blue Live, brokerage, all of that. But again, guys, I know I referenced it in a show last week. A lot of traders, one of the first traders that I learned from used to say $500 a day keeps the job away, right? And I've since updated that to be a little more rhyming. 1K a day keeps the job away. I know Mike talked about that in his room last week. So that's the type of stuff that is very. So you don't need to, don't get me wrong. Should you be shooting to make $2, $3, $4, $5 grand a day deep in your career? Absolutely. That's an admirable goal to have. But you can't make even $1,000 a day until you know how to make $100 a day. But $500 to $600 a day is a really nice place to start. I don't care if you're in an eval, Blue Live, brokerage, personal account, whatever the case may be. That's a really nice place to start in your career. Shoot, if you can't get that, $250 is great. Guys, even $100 a day, that's what? 20 something grand by the end of the year if you're trading every trading day. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it's a lot. How much difference, guys, would $30,000 extra a year make to you right now? Even if you're somebody who makes 80 grand a year, 110 sounds a lot better, right? And then eventually you shoot for 30 grand in a year, and then the next year, shoot for 100, and 5 years from now, shoot for 30 grand a month, right? That's where we want you to be. It's all scalable, especially if you're trading futures like the NQ, the ES. Guys, you have almost unlimited scaling ability once you really figure out what you're doing. Okay. So, guys, I'm giving you the 3-minute warning to sign up for the giveaway. NFL draft, it's NBA playoff season, says Nathan. Yeah, talk to me about the NBA playoffs when they start playing defense again. Okay, I'm in Chicago. I was raised on Jordan's Bulls. Watching an NBA game now makes me sick. Like, MJ'd be out there punching people, right? I mean, the defense that if Michael Jordan suddenly came back tomorrow, or any of those Bulls players, and you didn't know who they were just number, 55 on the court, and they played defense like they did in the 90s, they'd foul out in 2 minutes. That's not basketball. Don't even get me started on that. I haven't watched the NBA in 10 years. All right, do you prefer fixed stop loss TP or based off market structure levels? Yeah, Raxith, that's actually a very good question, and it honestly depends on the setup. You're rarely going to see me take a loss more than about 15 to 18 handles in the NQ, and that's not ticks, that's handles. Because usually I'll give up 15 handles in order to try to make 25 or even 20. That's within my risk-reward criteria. In the ES, I'm not going to take more than a 5 to 6 handle loss, try to make 10 to 12, somewhere in that area. It depends on the setup. Some setups I'm I'm trying for a little bigger profit, so I'm okay with a little bigger loss as long as the numbers all come out in the wash, right? So it depends on. So the short answer is depends on my setup. But guys, that's where things like a Blue Sky eval account come into play. They're not going to let you. You can't take a $3,000 loss. You'll blow out the account, right? So. All right, what's your trading style and what style has made you profitable? The best description of my trading style, shot, is patience. It's it, patience. I can sit at my computer for 6-7 hours and only make 2 trades or only make 1 trade. I had a trade Tuesday. I only made 1 trade. It was my, I think, 6th most profitable trade of the year. So I sat there all day to be in a trade for 5 minutes. Made me more money in those 5 minutes than I've made in sometimes 2 or 3 weeks in my pre-trading career, right? So yeah, I'm okay with that, but patience, not over trading, patience. Have you checked out the Taylor trading technique? I've never heard of them. What are some immediate signs that you took the right entry? It's showing green on my screen, Nathan. No, sometimes a good listen. Not every good trade makes you money. Like that trade I talked about yesterday. I took a trade. It was a great pattern. It was about an A- setup. It was a really, really nice trade, and it just didn't work. When I was out of it, I was like, okay, it just didn't work. I wasn't upset because it was one of my patterns. Okay, when I miss a trade, that's when I kind of get upset. But again, been some good opportunities this week. All right, guys, 1 more minute. Also, guys, you need to press that like button. We need to see some more likes here. And then I am going to spin the wheel o' names. In fact, we're going to take this down here. And I'm going to load up the wheel while we're talking. So signups are closed in 3, 2, 1, close. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get this all signed up. Good questions today, guys. I'm going to load the wheel. I'm going to take one more question, and then we're going to spin that wheel. Okay. All right, let's see. Drawn cup. I'm going to work on taking less trades overall. That is the next big thing I want to accomplish. If I can get down to 3 or less trades a day, it would be awesome. Okay, that's great, drawing. That's a good place for inexperienced traders to be, or for newer traders or people that are over trading. 3 to 5 per day is if you're at your computer all day, is a really, really nice place to be, because you can be picky, you can be selective, but there's still going to be a decent amount of times you're going to see some setup. So yes, I would consider that a really good place to be. All right, so guys, we are spinning the wheel 6 times. Okay. 3 Blue Sky evals, 2 Blue Sky ball caps, 1 Blue Sky teddy bear, and a partridge in a MF and pear tree. Not really. You don't get a partridge or a pear tree, but I'm sure most of you would rather have the evals anyway. Okay, guys, so let me pull this up. Get that off the screen. So the first spin of the wheel is for a Blue Sky teddy bear sent to you from the Blue Sky Trading Company. And here we go with that. While we're spinning, guys, hit that like button. Making melodies. Hopefully that's somebody named Melody. That would be a really cool play on words there. So, Melody, congratulations. You have won a Blue Sky teddy bear. All right, so the next 2 spins are for Blue Sky t-shirts. So this the first spin for a Blue Sky t-shirt goes to White Heichman. Why not? Congratulations, you have won a Blue Sky t-shirt. The next spin for a Blue Sky t-shirt Rexith. Didn't you win last time too? Okay. Well, hey, keep showing up, keep signing up. The luck will favor you. So congratulations, you have won a Blue Sky t-shirt. Now you have a cap and a t-shirt. We're gonna, Yisrael, we're gonna fill out your whole wardrobe if you keep showing up. Okay, now 3 spins of the wheel for a blue sky eval of your choice. So the first blue sky eval, will they take the static account plus or will they take the 50K? What will it be? The first one, Chris Lampert. Congratulations, Chris. You're here just about every day, so I always appreciate seeing my regulars win something. So, Chris, you have won a free blue sky eval, 30-day subscription, etc., etc. We will reach out to you. Guys, on these, give us till Tuesday to reach out to you, okay? Because we got a lot going on. We're busy people. I have a business and I'm a trader. And Rob Yang, 7134, congratulations. But yeah, I got a lot going on. Josh has a lot going on. Raj, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he does. He's Canadian, so you know what they say about Canadians. Actually, I don't. I'm just they're nice people apparently, but all right. So Rob Yang, 7134, you have won a blue sky eval. The final spin for a blue sky eval. Our winner is Ballin' Boy 309. Congratulations. You have won a blue sky eval. All right, guys. So I'm going to put in the chat one more time the place you need to go to sign up for my webinar tonight. I will be going live in 2.5 hours. I got a meeting with my clients here in my other community in a little bit, and then I will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. So at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a webinar from the top down. We'll be looking at how I analyze 4-hour charts to help in have a bias, have a thesis, et cetera, et cetera. All right, guys, so it is done. We are done with another week here on Beyond the Bell. These are the kind of weeks, guys, we really like and we really hope for. And even if tomorrow's a complete crap day, it's been a good week. If you're struggling a little bit, that's okay. Just got to, again, every single day, at the end of the day, you need to say, did I make money or did I learn something? And if you've done one of those two things, some days you're going to do both. If you do one of those two things every day, you are making progress in your trading career. Progress is not linear, guys, especially when it comes to your P&L curve. You're going to have, 2, 3, 4 years into your trading career. If you could be wildly successful, you're still going to have off days. That's okay. You're still going to make a dumb trade every now and then or let emotion cost you a trade. That's okay. You just got to not let it happen again, right? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of Beyond the Bell. Hopefully, I will see you tonight at my webinar, and if not, I will see you Monday on this show. Good night, everyone.